Neurodevelopmental working group SMART goals that we set for May through November of 2021. We have some of these are ones that we had last year that we're continuing to move forward with this year. And that includes the first one, which is to support and facilitate data harmonization of neurodevelopment related work data elements. So we thought this was important to keep working on harmonizing all of the neurodevelopmental assessments and other outcome data that would be relevant for neurodevelopmental working group proposals. In addition, we want to increase cross-working group collaborations by identifying neurodevelopmental working group members through a survey that we've already conducted who are members of other working groups that can serve as liaisons and engage additional members of other work groups as appropriate. So kind of reaching out to the other work groups, seeing where there's some overlap and working together to get some new concepts that combine different outcomes and exposures. Also, we plan to identify other neurodevelopmental related outcomes that we have not yet prioritized. So that includes those that were not necessarily included in the ECHO-wide platform. So things like sensory, language development, other aspects that often go along with neurodevelopmental outcomes, but weren't priority areas for us last year. And find out who's interested in those outcomes and who has existing data and at what ages. And we also pulled that information from a survey, and so now we'll begin to move forward on some of those concepts and proposals. In addition, we plan to support neurodevelopment related writing teams to complete their publications and that process for analysis concepts that were already developed in the previous year, and then also to develop new proposals that can address areas of future directions that we identified, including providing our work time during our meeting times to work in breakout rooms. And that has been proven to be helpful and appreciated by the working group in the past, because one thing we're all short on is time. So having that time to work has been helpful. Then we also want to educate our working group members on currently available ECHO-wide data and tools in order to foster productivity within the working group, including some invites in the early fall to writing team leaders of the previous proposals to share their lessons learned on how they navigated that process and how they might do it more efficiently based on what they've learned and new tools available. Also to encourage and support early stage investigators, including postdocs and graduate students, and encourage them to lead concepts and proposals. Hopefully we aim for at least 2 new proposals from the Neuro Working Group, preferably in areas that we identified as a group as future directions and also as priorities or cross-working group proposals. So we also asked about that in the survey, whether people have early stage investigators, postdocs, and graduate students that might be able to do that. And so now we're going to encourage them to move forward. And also encourage underrepresented minority investigators to lead at least one concept or proposal, preferably again in areas identified as preferred future directions and priorities for or across working group areas. So that is generally, we want to move forward on what we've been working on and then move in some new directions in the following year.